May 19, 1953, 4:05 a.m., a powerful nuclear test lit up the sky over the Nevada desert. It was one of the biggest explosions the US had ever done. But something strange happened afterward. A few days later, people said they saw a disc-shaped object slowly falling from the sky. The military said it was nothing. But just 2 days after that, scientists were sent to Kingman, Arizona, to check out a crash they couldn't explain. There were no photos, no official reports, just rumors. Since then, people have looked to the desert, wondering what really happened. And at the center of it all is a place full of secrets. This is the story of Area 51, the most mysterious military base in the world. In the remote deserts of southern Nevada, there is a dried-up lake that is far from ordinary. The area across it is a highly classified government facility that nobody knows of. Guarded by an array of armed men and a series of electronic surveillance systems, it is a restricted military zone. The closest accessible point is 15 miles away from the site. Dan is 36, a relentless UFO hunter. He has spent half of the last decade trying to resolve the enigma of Area 51, which is said to be the hub of unidentified flying objects, the UFOs. Armed with cameras, night vision equipment, and a baggage of conspiracy theories, Dan moved to Nevada a few months ago. Like many other UFO hunters, Dan is convinced that something beyond human understanding lurks in the barren stretches of the desert. His pursuit of truth has brought him to Rachel, the UFO capital, a small town at the footsteps of the Nevada test site. His exploration starts, and each day adds to his excitement. It is the second day of his research. When Dan parks his 4x4 truck near the highway, he realizes that he stands closest to the historical Nevada test site, where the US conducted nuclear testing from the 1950s to the 1990s. The scorching desert sun unnerves him. The air is dry and heavy with dust. The map of the area, a traveler's kit, and a few books and documents on the history of Area 51 are his only companions. The horizon seems to stretch endlessly, yet it holds secrets. Secrets Dan is determined to find out. The year is 1955. Cold War is at its peak. The United States and the Soviets are competing for global dominance. This is when the CIA director, Richard Bissell Jr., and the Lockheed aircraft designer Kelly Johnson select a secluded area around Groom Lake to be their test field. The aim is to test and develop top-secret aircrafts to compete against the Russians. The Atomic Energy Commission labels the site Area 51, but neither the CIA nor the USAF acknowledge its existence officially. With the extraterrestrial highway on his south, Dan looks around. In the north, he sees the Tikaboo Valley. Though it offers a great view of Area 51, its heavy military presence makes it risky to approach. Just nearby is Yucca Flat, a former site for nuclear testing by the US, adding to the area's dangers. He knows that the base of Area 51 is fairly small, but it is enclosed in a space of 90,000 acres. It was never talked of until August 2013. The CIA confirmed the existence of Area 51 for the first time. 4 months after this disclosure, President Obama became the first US president to mention Area 51 publicly. Within 8 months of Area 51 coming under the CIA, the scientists create the Lockheed U-2, also called the Dragon Lady. It can fly to a height of 70,000 feet to the edge of space, making it hard to be detected. The aircraft has an electro-optical infrared camera, optical bar camera, and an advanced synthetic aperture radar, making it ideal for military surveillance in the Cold War. At this point in time, all the major players of the Cold War are coming up with advanced war technologies, one after the other, This is Aircraft 12, part of CIA's secret project Oxcart. It is made for high-altitude reconnaissance to outrun Soviet radar and interceptors. But Area 51's base is inadequate for its test run. It has room for only 150 people. So, the government decides to go big. A new 10,000-foot runway is made in 1961. A strange symbol, an Archimedean spiral, is etched into the dry lakebed to help pilots land safely. This is the hook, a lifeline for 12 pilots in case they have to abort their landing. But this is just the beginning. In 1977, the idea of an aircraft that can disappear in the sky comes up. The Have Blue prototype, a precursor to the F-117 Nighthawk, makes its first flight. Dan wants to know more, but he realizes that this is pretty much all that's known about Area 51's operations. The government's refusal to share more has led to all sorts of conspiracy theories. It became forever linked to aliens in 1989 when a man named Robert Lazar, who claimed to have worked there, gave an interview to a Las Vegas news station. Lazar said the base was home to alien spacecraft, and his job was to reverse engineer the technology for military use. Lazar's credentials didn't hold up for long. It turned out he never attended MIT or Caltech, as he had claimed. However, he had set the ball rolling. With over 2,850 A-12 takeoffs coming out of Area 51, the rumors of UFO sightings started spreading like wildfire. This, together with Lazar's comments, initiated a series of conspiracy theories. Some say that Area 51 houses crashed alien spacecraft, including wreckage from the Roswell incident of 1947. This is when a UFO crashed near Roswell, New Mexico, and the military initially claimed it was a weather balloon, sparking widespread speculation. Some believe that the wreckage from the crash was secretly transported to Area 51 for examination and reverse engineering. Dan's curiosity grows more as he stumbles across another strange claim, an underground complex beneath Groom Lake, known as S4. According to this, Dan was standing on a hidden underground railroad and a disappearing airstrip called the Cheshire Airstrip, which could vanish when water was sprayed on it. It is 2020. Though great time had passed, but the legacy of Area 51 was strong enough to persist. The latest was Storm Area 51 from last year. After Lazar came back to screen giving an interview to a popular podcast, 6,000 people showed up in the desert to look for evidence of aliens. Nothing was found, and they were never allowed to go beyond a certain point. Dan feels that his quest will also end up the same. He starts analyzing the map hysterically in an attempt to find more clues. As he reads on, he comes across a strange angle to this story. Area 51's connection to aliens may have actually worked in the government's favor. As early as 1950, the CIA set up a special office to deal with UFO sightings over Nevada. Assumably, they took advantage of the confusion created by U-2 plane sightings. They didn't deny the rumors about aliens. Instead, they let the myth of extraterrestrial visitors grow. This helped distract everyone from the real, top-secret military projects happening at Area 51.